Alright, back with chapter 8. It says, keep the king's command. Who is like the wise, and who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom makes his face shine, and the hardness of his face is changed. Let me read that again, verse 1. Who is like the wise, and who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom makes his face shine, and the hardness of his face is changed. I say keep the king's command because of God's oath to him. Be not hasty or hurried to go from his presence. Do not take your stand in an evil cause, for he does whatever he pleases. For the word of the king is supreme, and who may say to him, what are you doing? Whoever keeps the command will know no evil thing, and the wise heart will know the proper time and the just way. For there is a time and a way for everything, although man's trouble lies heavy on him, for he does not know what is to be. For who can tell him how it will be? No man has power to retain the spirit, or power over the day of death. There is no discharge from war, nor will wickedness deliver those who are given to it. All this I observed while applying my heart to all that is done under the sun, when man had power over man to his hurt. Those who fear God will do well. Then I saw the wicked buried. They used to go in and out of the holy place and were praised in the city where they had done such things. This also is vanity, because the sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily. The heart of the children of man is fully set to do evil. That's true. Though a sinner does evil 100 times and prolongs his life, yet I know that it will be well with those who fear God, because they fear before him. But it will not be well with the wicked, neither will he prolong his days like a shadow, because he does not fear before God. Exactly. When you fear God, or when you love God, and when you die, or when Christ returns, and if you have been saved by him, if you were repenting of your sins and been living life for Christ, you look for that day for his return, or you even look to death. You even look to be with him. But if you're not saved, then you tremble at even thinking about the return of Christ. And when you think about death, you tremble about facing God himself because of your sins, and knowingly that you're going to go to hell unless you repent of what you're doing. It says, man cannot know God's ways. There's a vanity that takes place on earth, that there are righteous people to whom it happens according to the deeds of the wicked, and there are wicked people to whom it happens according to the deeds of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity, and I commend joy, for man has no good thing under the sun but to eat and drink and be joyful. For this will go with him in his toil through the days of his life that God has given him under the sun. When I applied my heart to know wisdom and to see the business that is done on earth, how neither day nor night do one's eyes see sleep. Read that again, verse 16. When I applied my heart to know wisdom and to see the business that is done on earth, how neither day nor night do one's eyes see sleep. Then I saw all the work of God, that man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun. However, much man may toil in seeking, he will not find it out. Even though a wise man claims to know, he cannot find it out. Meaning, we're not going to understand all the things of God. We're not. Even if we try our hardest, we will never understand why God does the things that he does. We just got to have faith and trust in him, and that he will continue loving us, and just continue trusting in him. Like I said, we don't know everything about God. We just got to continue trusting in him and loving him, and just trusting that he knows what he's doing, because he's God. So of course he knows what he's doing. It's just common sense, people. Just continue having faith and trust in God, because he knows what he's doing. So don't worry. Don't be anxious about stuff. This is chapter 8 about keep the king's command. Those who fear God will do well. Man cannot know God's ways. And I'll be about to chapter 9 here shortly.